Garrett Tenney in Chicago reports. Garrett.
Yeah, Harris, that fist to the neck is hard enough to watch, but when you watch this play back, you can see even before that, Alyssa Thomas knees Caitlin Clark in the groin, then puts her fist into Clark's neck, and then nearly stomps on Clark while stepping over her. The ball is already gone by the time any of that happens, and despite a ref being right there, they didn't call anything. Not long after that, Clark was again targeted by what her coach calls another blatant cheap shot that led to her leaving the game with an injury, and again, no foul was called. After the game, the Indiana Fever coach was livid that the officials in the league continue to allow this kind of thing to happen.
We have a generational talent and a WNBA superstar who had two cheap shots right there that weren't called. And I just say, again, absolutely unacceptable. And it's just, when you have these things continue to happen time and time again, eventually it gets frustrating.
After those videos went viral late yesterday, the WNBA decided to take action, and the punishment for recklessly targeting and endangering the league's biggest star was a single-game suspension for Alyssa Thomas and a flagrant foul, too, that carries a $1,000 fine. The Phoenix Mercury appeared to mock the whole thing, posting and then quickly deleting this meme after the game, showing a Mercury player on the floor. These latest incidents are only fueling critics who argue the league doesn't value and is not protecting its biggest star, who's elevated women's basketball to places it's never been, with record TV deals and viewing numbers, sold-out arenas whenever and wherever Caitlin Clark is playing. Harris?
Yeah, I'm looking at some of the stats that were just handed to me right now. I mean, this is incredible, the impact she's had. I'll get into it. Garrett, thank you. Gianna Caldwell, Fox News political analyst, is with me now. First of all, I want to get your idea of her effect in the WNBA as a player. Caitlin's.
Well, I mean, this is pretty clear what her effect has been. One expert puts it in 2024, Caitlin Clark was responsible for 25% of the WNBA's total revenue. 25%. That's massive. The numbers of viewers watching because of her has been massive, in the millions. This is an undeniable player. And then just one more fact, too. The WNBA is entering into a $2.2 billion deal with NBC Sports because of Caitlin Clark. So it's undeniable what she means to this league. And honestly, no one was really watching the WNBA until she hit the scene.
You know, I have two questions. One will be gender, one will be race. Let's talk gender right now. So when this sort of thing happens, and if you watched, you know, the Spurs and the Knicks, you saw Wembanyama kind of get accused of doing some of the same stuff with elbow throwing and all the rest. We don't see it get to this point, though, with fans weighing in and shouting, you know, give her a break and so on and so forth, because women's sports don't normally look like this. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not wrong. And it was actually very surprising to see someone try to get up by placing their fist in her neck. That obviously isn't the way you get up. She could have done something else. It looked very intentional. I would argue that it looked like assault to me. And if you look at the long list of incidents we've seen with Caitlin Clark and people who don't like her, people like Angel Reese, who she had got into it with on the court, but continued the fight on social media. Angel Reese, that is. And there's been many other instances over the years and the seasons. Clearly, people are targeting her. This is not just some happenstance, random thing that is going on. People are actively targeting this player.
Look, I've been reading quite a bit on this and how race has crept into this. And with Angel Reese, it really did come in because people were saying things back to her. And Caitlin Clark actually said, that's not right. So the only time we've really heard Caitlin Clark talk about race was when she was going against people who had pushed against a woman who's treated her so badly on the court, Angel Reese. It's ironic. How do you see the issue of race playing a role in this?
Well, it's hard for me to not see race play a part in it. I don't know to what extent, but certainly when you have sports broadcasters, national sports broadcasters that have been on television for years saying the only reason that Caitlin Clark is attracting these millions of viewers or having these sold-out games is because she's white. That has been the rationale for multiple years. So when you continue to use rhetoric like that, you see the response on social media. pushing back against her because she is a white player. And then you see the incidents that have happened across the years on the court. Multiple players, multiple teams attacking her, unsportsmanlike conduct, in addition to what I believe is real assault. You cannot ignore that this is playing some form of a part. So that's really my thought process on it.
So it's so interesting. You put that back on the people who should have the vocal responsibility not to trigger those in society who are just unhinged enough to be hateful anyway. I want to put something up for my team and take a quick look at some of the notable physicality that's gone viral against Caitlin Clark. And there it is. At May 2024, I'll pull out just a couple of these. She was pulled down by the neck, face. They called it a common foul by Alicia Clark, and it sparked backlash. June 1st, 2024, a blindside hip check, foul upgraded to a flagrant 1 for Chennedy Carter. I'm going to go forward now. June 17th, shoved, flagrant 2, and a fine by Marina Mabrey. And then just this latest one, June 24th, hit in the throat, need, flagrant 2, 1-game suspension for Alyssa Thomas. Your last words.
And that's 6 incidents is actually more than that. And I got to tell you, it must come to an end. The league needs to get involved. They need to ensure that the players are protected and their safety comes first. But more than ever, this is a WNBA that needs the money. They need the viewers. So if you're out here allowing other players to disrespect your top prospect, one who was responsible for a quarter of your actual total revenue in 2024, according to this one expert, a college professor, then you got to do everything you can to keep her happy, make sure she's safe, so fans can enjoy it. Because at some point, people will start tuning out and turning off their televisions because they hate what they're seeing. Thereby, the league loses, and so does the women who have been committing these acts against Ms. Clark.
Well, and when you talk about those numbers, too, I've got the stats on the viewership. 21 of 23 games that she played in were well into over 1 million, 1.5 million, compared with those games that she wasn't in. All right, good to see you. Thank you, Gianno.
And she had a championship game, too, with 18 million viewers.
I mean, that's good for everybody in every sport. That's like
exactly
the FIFA of the WNBA.
Exactly right.
All right, good to see you. Thank you. Great discussion.
Great to be with you. Thank you.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.